Welcome to Relocating to Disney. Today, I'm here to talk to you about maintaining your garage door. Now, maintaining a garage door here in Florida is a little bit more effort than it probably is if you are in the Northeast. But regardless, maintaining a garage door, the steps are about the same. Now, down here in Florida, there's heat and humidity, and that likes to attack metal, especially if you don't maintain it. Hey, you're moving to Disney. Why am I talking to you about garage door openers? Well, living in Florida is not all castles and princesses and going to Disney all the time. There's actual life that you have to take care of. The same things that you have to take care of wherever you are now, you have to take care of once you move to Florida. And one of those things is the garage door. And more so here in Florida, due to the heat and humidity. So therefore, the garage maintenance is so important down here, where up north, maybe you could skimp and get away with not being so good on it. You really need to maintain your garage door about twice a year, or else something like this is going to happen. So when we moved into this existing house, we knew the garage door had not been maintained by the previous owners, and it was just a matter of time before a spring broke, and sure enough, a spring did break. And we took that opportunity to replace both the springs you can see behind me, and also the wheels on the track. Let me explain why you may need to replace the wheels on your track. Now, you may have metal wheels on your track, and that is the oldest kind. And with those, when you do your maintenance, you have to make sure that you lubricate the bearings inside those wheels. Those were replaced with black wheels. And those black wheels, again, you had to make sure that you lubricated the bearings inside those wheels. The newer ones, the bearing case is enclosed, and so you don't have to lubricate the bearings. And you can tell if you've got that kind because the wheels will be white. Now, this garage had metal wheels, so that's why we took the opportunity to get those replaced with the newer ones. So the maintenance you want to do is all about lubricating the moving parts. And if you don't take care of these wheels, they will begin to drag on the track. And as they drag on the track, these hinges will begin to crack and break, and then you have to replace the hinges along with the wheels. So you want to catch that early. The lubricating, again, lubricate any of the moving parts. So lubricate around the wheels, and if you don't have the white wheels, you have to get right in there and lubricate the bearings as well. Lubricate the hinges, and then all the hinges all throughout the door. Now I want to point out something that was missing in my New York house. So I know, and so I look for this, and this is these bars right here that run across the door. This is what protects your door from wind damage. Now, my New York home was missing these, and we suffered some wind damage on that door up there. So you always want to make sure that when you're looking at a garage door, that it has these brackets. This one here has 5 brackets on it. That's pretty good. If not, there's not a lot of strength in the door to prevent the wind from blowing it in. But that has nothing to do with maintenance. Let's keep going on maintenance. Next up, the spring. Now, when we moved in, the spring was all rusty, and we knew it was just a matter of time before it broke, and sure enough, it broke about 5 months after we moved in here. There is some maintenance you can do on this, where you spray that lubricant, either the WD-40 or preferably the silicone, on the spring, and do that about twice a year. Even with good maintenance, you're only going to get, if you're lucky, 14, 15 years out of a spring, maybe a little bit more. In our case, because this was never maintained, that spring only lasted 10 or 11 years. The next thing to keep maintained is the chain if you have an automatic door opener. If you've ever had a bicycle, you know, and you did maintenance on your bicycle, you know you had to keep the bicycle chain oiled. Well, you got to do something similar with this. Now, usually, these don't need a lot of maintenance on them, but if you wipe it with a rag and the rag comes back clean, that means it's dry and it needs some lubricant, and you need to just spray that down. If you wipe it and it doesn't come back clean, you're probably fine. You can also check out your door opener's manufacturer recommendations for how to lubricate that chain. Once that spring breaks, you're done. That's not a do-it-yourself project right there. You got to call in the professionals. So I had professionals come in and replace that spring, replace the wheels. Let's take a look at the work they did. All right, that takes care of the garage door here in Florida. Thank you for watching.